Happy Friday and welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Chuck Todd reporting from Washington, where fiscal calamity has been averted for now, and President Biden is gearing up to take a bit of a victory lap himself. Biden is set to make his first Oval Office address of his presidency in sort of prime time tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, as he signs a deal he cut with Speaker McCarthy to raise the debt ceiling. The Senate passed the debt ceiling bill last night by a bipartisan vote of 63-36. Percentage-wise, there were actually more Republicans against the deal in the Senate than in the House. Who had that on their bingo card? But this deal to avert default is a bipartisan victory for the president, despite the White House's messaging struggles short-term and the president's initial insistence that he would not negotiate with Republicans at all. There were stumbles, but Biden got back up. You know where I went. And it's a reminder that Biden's message has been and continues to be a form of unity. Here's what he said in his inaugural address.
We can see each other not as adversaries, but as neighbors. We can treat each other with dignity and respect. We can join forces, stop the shouting, and lower the temperature. For without unity, there is no peace, only bitterness and fury. This is our historic moment of crisis and challenge, and unity is the path forward. And we must meet this moment as the United States of America.
That message of unity is in stark contrast with what's going on with Biden's potential 2024 rivals on the Republican side. Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis have been spending the week slinging mud at each other on everything from term limits to who handled COVID better, to abortion politics, to whether or not to use the term woke, even though they both use it. Here's a bit of this week's back and forth.
When I heard DeSantis go out and say, and talk about 8 years, we need 8 years. You don't need 8 years, you need 6 months. We can turn this thing around so quickly. If you need 8 years, who the hell wants to wait 8 years? You don't need it.
He's not going to be able to nix the deep state in 6 months. He had 4 years. He didn't make a dent in it. Give me a break. And if he says he can do it in 6 months, why didn't he do it in the 4 years that he had?
We will fight the woke in the schools. We will fight the woke in the corporations. We will fight the woke in the halls of Congress. We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob.
I don't like the term woke because I hear woke, woke, woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
Folks, it's more than half a year until the first primary ballots are cast, but this week could very well be a preview of what a long slog is going to look like in 2023, with the top two Republicans attacking each other. It potentially leaves President Biden an opening to make the clear contrast that he made with swing voters, with what he would be as president. And in some ways, this debt ceiling deal, while not anything to celebrate on the left, is the kind of deal he promised he would pursue if he had to.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.